Welcome back everybody! Tony here, and welcome back to TTBurger Game Reviews, and we are continuing my Cool Borders franchise review. This is episode 161, part 2 of 4, and we are still celebrating here by bringing us the magic TTBurger snow to celebrate winter and snowboarding games all together. Now, we have a lot to talk about here for this part for my Cool Borders franchise review, but before we get started here, here's a TTBurger recap to show you all what you missed. I took a look at the original Cool Borders by Web Systems on the PlayStation, gave it a 6.5 out of 10 because it was an average game at best. It was very light on content with stiff controls and just no multiplayer as well. So I had to take some points off of there, and some of these problems can affect the game for certain people. So just saying there, you can play, you can check it out if you want to, but just be warned, you're gonna get over it really fast because there's like not much to it. But today we're gonna take a look at the sequel to the original Cool Borders, once again done by Web Systems, and I got it right here. This is Cool Borders 2, released on November 11th, 1997. Now, when Cool Borders 2 came out, I was a little suspicious about like how it was going to turn out. I thought it was going to be the same song and dance as the first game, with not much content and just there we go, and no multiplayer. But I was actually surprised that this game is an improved sequel over its predecessor. Still some holdover problems from the first game, but it's definitely improving overall. The game includes more modes to be entertained, and they have a multiplayer mode as well. And all I can say is yay to that, because to have a multiplayer mode in this game, you can play against a friend, is what they should have done in the first place for the first game. Now you start the game, you pick from one of 4 characters. You also can unlock some characters, some more characters too. But I'll be playing as the character Iron or Urban, however you pronounce it. You can pick her, you can pick the board, and then you are in, and we start. And as you see here for Cool Borders 2, the graphics have improved. Sure, it may be a little bit blocky for its time, but still, they look great. The character models look detailed, more detailed than they did before. The backgrounds are great, and even has some cool weather effects as well. And all of this goes on with no frame rate issues whatsoever and stuff. I mean, sure, the frame rate is the same. It's not the most smooth frame ever, but still, for the whole game, the frame rate is great throughout the whole game. The CG cutscenes look great as well. One of the best looking PlayStation games for its time, released in 1997 there, and it definitely improved over the graphics, definitely. For sound, great kick-ass sound, fantastic music consists of rock tunes, and the announcer that's so hokey is bad, it's funny, to where his commentary is so bad, he's back here and he's awesome. And they have voices for the characters I did not care for, because like, they're just one-liners where you either love it or you hate it. So it's one of those type of games, you love it or hate it, not really much to say about that. But now, let's get into the gameplay. Gameplay is a huge improvement over the predecessor. Lot more modes to choose from this time, and of course having the multiplayer mode. One thing is that the original Cool Borders lacked was that they didn't have a multiplayer mode and not many modes. And for the modes here, you have competition, freestyle, half pipe, big air, and more and more. In this review, you're seeing footage from the competition mode because that's the main mode. You have 4 characters to choose and plus some unlockable characters. Like I said earlier, this review is playing as Iron or Earn, however you pronounce her name. Her name is spelled I-R-I-N, so however you pronounce her name. And you pick your board, and we are in. In competition, you basically do a big air trick level, then a border cross race level. Big air trick level consists of you trying to get a high score, and border cross race level is you trying to get to the top spot in the race. It repeats over and over and over, but it gets harder each time adding to the challenges, and that's what I mean. More modes, no light on content this time. Web Systems listened to the complaints and gave us a more playable sequel. The controls are smoother, and it's easier to pull tricks this time. You still have to hold down the X button and the direction when you're on, but it's a lot smoother this time. One tip here I have for the cross race levels: never hit forward on the directional pad. It'll slow you down. Just focus on turning and jumping to gain speed. But now getting into the complaints I have here. Sometimes when you pull off tricks, especially in the big air mode, you will not land the tricks, and you will fail, costing you points. And this happens at times for some unknown reason here. The opponent AI in the races here is unbalanced here. Like they'll be either like wimps or just be overpowered and just like overtake you easily. But those complaints though, you still have a much better sequel than the original Cool Borders. My final thoughts here are: if you did like Cool Borders and you wanted the Cool Borders with more content in it, Cool Borders 2 is the way to go, definitely. Due to the complaints I have here, I'll not be taking that many points off. an 8.5 out of 10 is the best score I can give it because it has more modes. It's definitely a much better sequel than the original Cool Borders. So yeah, like just this one here like could have been improved more, but here like this one, it's definitely the way to go. And that's it for episode 161, part 2 of 4. Stay tuned for part 3. We're gonna look at Cool Borders 3, this time done by 989 Studios. And how does this game fare from the first 2 games? Find out, which all I gotta say, and you know what to do. Subscribe, like the video, comment down below, and join my Discord group, TTBurger Game Reviews. There's always looking for more people to join, and the link description below, so definitely click on it, because it's a permanent link that will not go away. That's pretty much all I gotta say. This is Tony, peace out, have a great day, and see you all in part 3.